This is my third take, and hopefully, I'm going to do less mistakes in this take. So, yeah. I'm Envy Nkosi. I've been an artist for just over 10 years, and I've been a mangaka for the last 3. So, I'm going to teach you how to basically, what I just outlined earlier. Live the same day every day. What does this mean? What does it mean? It basically means you're just going to have to do the same habits daily, like specifically the ones that you want on your manga, right? So why do you do this? You want to create a habit of doing a habit, which is basically making yourself used to the fact that you're going to do a habit same time every day. And why this is helpful is because it helps you create more work per unit time. I'm hoping to get this take quite right. So do bear with me right now. So yeah, more work per unit time, which is something like you will learn more about in my channel as I upload more videos on productivity as a mangaka and everything. And I'll make more products for you to buy and everything so you can, learn on these things. So how do you apply it? Before I give you the application, I'll actually give you an example of why the same day every day is so important. Imagine you go to school every day at 7. I'm giving an example relatable to myself, but you can adjust it to suit you. You go to school every day at 7, you wake up at 6. The hard part about that day is basically waking up, right? The hard part about that period is just waking up, right? You want to replicate that sort of thing because when you wake up, everything becomes semi-automatic. You just get up, you bath, and you brush your teeth, etc., etc. You want to replicate that for your manga. Basically, what you want to do is you want to, get into your room, that specific part of your room, and then basically just start drawing, start creating the manga with as little resistance as possible, because the more you do that, the more you do that, the more you increase the likelihood of you getting into a flow state, which basically ties back to something that I did say earlier, which is more work per unit time, which means, back to the topic of this video, more pages per day. You increase your daily page count, which is basically the point of the whole video, right? The second thing you want to implement is the storyboarding, right? If you are a beginner to this, I'll just give you like a quick TLDR. um a storyboard is basically a simplified sketch of the final page, right? So what you want to do as a high school mangaka, someone who's always occupied, what you want to do is when you create your storyboard, you create as much detail as you need for the final page, right? But then here's the twist, right? If you see the storyboards of the typical big mangakas, the big names in manga like Eiichiro Oda and etc., you see it's the messy kind of paging and everything, right? Which awesome, right? Is their kind of things. It shows that even big artists have messy sketches, which is okay, great, awesome, not important. The important part is that you want to do something that's opposite. This is the twist that I was talking about. What you want to do is basically create detailed storyboards so that when you clean the pages, it takes less time. This means that the storyboards will take a little more time, but it's a little more time opposed to more time cleaning them up, right? So you want to be able to read the storyboards as if they were a manga in their storyboard phases, right? Enough so that you can understand and you can, clean them up more effectively and more quicker. So you save more time when cleaning up the pages. Makes more sense, right? So that's how you do it. Create more detailed storyboards. And the storyboards, when you create them, where do you create them, when do you create them? You create them during class, maybe free periods. You just find free pockets of time so you can just draw the storyboards, and then you want to complete a chapter of the storyboard before you can get to the cleaning up phase, because this takes more time and it has a higher return on investment of time, so you can create more with less time. Final tip I want to cover is, I'm reading again, create a bulletproof schedule. Now, why is this important? When you think about a schedule, like your school timetable, for example, for instance, you have English, you have maths, you have languages, right? These things, they are on a schedule, right? This schedule, it mitigates confusion and everything. So you want something similar for your manga. Now, I'm going to give you my free schedule that I did use when I was doing my manga till which I was trying to get to the weekly serialization, but I wasn't as consistent, which is my aim with this channel, to get you to not be as not consistent as me. So yeah, that's my aim with this channel. I'm going to give you a schedule that you could follow deeply, and when this channel grows and grows, I will give you more tips to avoid the mistakes that I did make, so you can make more progress per unit time opposed to me during the same time. You can learn from my mistakes without the scars. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then give me a like, a nice comment, and then hopefully subscribe if you find this kind of content aligned to something that you want to do. Goodbye.